finally figured out what's changed and what's giving me new direction. I can finally trust tomorrow. I want to remember that. So, howdy y'all. I may or may not be posting this. I often put a post out there. I often talk to my camera as if I'm talking to you all, just in case I want to post it. And this might be one of those circumstances, but I think it's important to share. And what do I mean by I can trust tomorrow? I've been trying to think of how to approach talking to all of you about how, in fact, I'm going to stay on the quiet roads, on how I can talk about how things have changed for me from a year ago to now. And it's absolutely amazing. And I'm on a road to recovery. I'm not quite there yet. I still get my anxious moments. I still get my issues, my triggers. I'm really close, and that's the way I can explain it. I can finally trust tomorrow. See, 3 years ago, my mom passed. And then 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, only half a year after my mom passed, my now ex left me, and my boy moved out. And my life turned upside down. My life was already upside down when I was trying to get into pharmaceuticals and just kind of didn't like life. And by this time last year, it had just blown up. My debt was huge. I didn't know how I could get under it. I owned a house that was falling apart. Didn't know how I could get out from under it. And as all of you who followed me know, I decided to face 2017 head on and attack every single one of these I don't knows and make them oh well or yay I beat it. And absolutely every one of them turned out to be a yay I beat it, to the point that my financial situation, my bankruptcy, which turns out to not be a bankruptcy, and I don't need to go into too much detail, but I'm paying off all my debt, and it's going to take me a long time, but it's all decided and simple, and a bit of a wind. I don't want to interrupt and talk too much, but that just happened last week, and now I'm back to I can finally trust tomorrow. And just to explain that a little bit further, now that you have the backstory, is part of anxiety, especially as a father. I have 4 kids, and yeah, 3 are adult kids, but they still rely on me. Either sometimes for financial, most of the time for emotional support, but they're my kids. And 6 grandkids. Tomorrow's an important event. Tomorrow is something I plan not just for me, but for a family. And I always wondered, with all this debt, with all this unknown hanging around me for such a long time, I didn't trust tomorrow. I didn't know what tomorrow would bring, how it would bring it, and how I'd get through it. I knew I'm a tough guy. I'll get through whatever comes along, but I always felt like tomorrow brought another battle. The battles are done. Now it's just living life. Life has its own battles, and I'll get through those too. But oh man, I can trust tomorrow. Can't bring anything too difficult. I'm there now. And you all have been with me through that, and I appreciate it. And anyone new that's come to me, yeah, I'm a guy who wears my heart on the sleeve. And maybe that's part of the unique drag to my channel, is some people just want to hear about the life and because we live very similar lives, even though we are so very different. All of us. All of us. We're tied together by a plant. A plant. It's so cool. Well, I'm going to have a few more tokes. I'm out here in a really cold but beautiful day, trying to keep my foot from hurting too much. I want to keep the exercise on it, and I want to say thank you all for helping me get to the point where I could finally trust tomorrow. Peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony.